Okay. So all this drama kind of overshadowed my birthday a little bit. No, November 25th, 2024. Kind of overshadowed it, but it's whatever. Um, this is cool though, because in 10 years, when I look up things that happen on November 25th, because I do that all the time, things that happen on my birthday, I'm gonna, I'm gonna, uh, I'm gonna see this, which is dope. You know, just a big hip hop moment. Um, no matter how this turns out, but Drake is suing UMG. I don't know exactly what he's trying to get out of this or what exactly is going on, but I think he's suing UMG or attempting to sue UMG for things that we're going to cover today. We're going to figure out today. I read through it one time. If these things are true, it's a whole lot of bullshit, a whole lot of BS. Whole lot of BS, and I kind of agree with them getting sued if it's true. If it's true 100%. If it's not true, then I mean it's not true, and that's, you know, don't sue something for something that isn't true. Don't lie in your lawsuits. Um, but yeah, I just want to go through it one more time, and I figured I might as well do it. Maybe it was 10 o'clock in the morning. Jeez, they were up. Well, but yeah, it was filed. Okay. In the morning. So yeah. Probably the start of the workday. Anyway. I read it one time, and I'll tell you what I think after one time reading it, and I'll go through it one more time. Maybe my opinion change. It seems like the target isn't Kendrick. I'm assuming. I'm assuming maybe this lawsuit, whatever. I don't know. This is pretty big. There's a theory that I've seen on the internet, and it kind of, or something about Not Like Us, the Super Bowl, and yada yada yada, and it got me thinking like maybe this is all in hopes to get him or get to dissuade them from performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. That would be huge. But at the same time, suing a major distributor just so they don't play a song at the Super Bowl is that's a big stretch. Not saying it can't be possible, but that's a lot. That's a big shot to take over something that really not important. I mean, the song's already huge. Everybody's already heard it. If they heard it at the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl would come and go. You know, like there's gonna be, by the next Super Bowl, we're not gonna be thinking about the last Super Bowl performance, or they're gonna be thinking about the actual game. You know what I mean? It'll be all right. It's not worth going through this and spending so much money. You have to spend money to do these things. Also, people, I'm sure, around him have to like agree and be like, hey, yeah, yeah, we should do this. We should, this is, so it's not just a one man thing to where, I'm assuming it's not just a one man thing where it's like, Kendrick made me mad, sue everybody. No, I'm sure he has like accountants and lawyers and attorneys and whatever's and yada yada people, people, around him that are like, no, this is a good idea. This isn't a good idea. We shouldn't do this. We should do this. And I highly doubt anybody with a law degree is just being like, oh yeah, Not Like Us. We hate this guy. Let's sue him. unless this whole Not Like Us thing is really hurting Drake's pockets, which, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Um, Also, in terms of the bots and stuff, which we'll get into when we look into it. No, let's get to it now. Okay, let's just read it. Petitioner Frozen Moments LLC. Petitioner, I guess Drake owns Frozen Moments. And by and through his undersigned attorneys respectfully petitions the court pursuant to New York's an order granting limited the nature of dispute. In his memo to staff reflecting on highlights of 2021, the CEO of UMG, Lucien Grange, I don't know how to pronounce, but I've heard this name a lot. I was going to explain what he was. He's the CEO of UMG, Universal Music Group, remarked on it being harder than ever for artists to break through the music noise. 60,000 songs are added to Spotify every day. Spotify is the world's most popular audio streaming service, subscription streaming service as of the end of Jesus Christ. Okay, so a lot of this is just background stuff. So I might want to skip this. So oh no, actually this is important. Um, yeah, you know what Spotify is. I don't need to read that. Spotify pays music companies like UMG for the right to license songs so it can play them on its streaming and subscriptions platforms. In 2023 alone, this is important. Spotify pays music companies like UMG for the right to license songs so it can play them on its streaming subscription platforms. It's different than like a local artist who's paying DistroKid to put out their music and stuff like that. Like this is UMG is a major distributor, so Spotify is paying them to use their music. Just like when TikTok, whatever happened with TikTok, UMG took all their music down off TikTok, and guess what? That was a big hit because obviously TikTok is a lot of music. Everybody got their video silenced. I was making lyric videos back then. A lot of my videos got taken down, or I couldn't even upload, not taken down, they got muted, and I couldn't even upload a lot of my videos from on there anymore, and I just gave up on TikTok. That's the reason I'm not on TikTok. Plus TikTok is just brain rot. So in 2023 alone, Spotify paid more than $9 billion in royalties to music labels and producers. Hip hop is one of the most popular genres of Spotify, amounting to nearly a quarter of all streams on Spotify globally in 2023. A lot of this is background, like I said. But it's necessary. Spotify and UMG have a long-standing symbiotic business relationship. This is also important. I heard Rory from the Rory and Mal podcast / the Joe Budden podcast. He was talking about this and was saying that when they developed the metric for how we would measure streams equaling to sales nowadays, Spotify, the streaming service alone, that I know of, as far as what Rory said, was discussing this with all the major distributors, the music distributors, to determine what equates to a sale versus a stream. And Rory was saying in any other business type situation, that would be illegal. That would be wrong. You wouldn't be able to do something like that because it's a conflict of interest. You have the Spotify, the streaming service, and then you also have the people that are providing the artists determining what equals a sale. So it's a funny business, and it's, you know. As one of Spotify's early supporters, UMG entered a multi-year global license deal agreement with Spotify in 2020. UMG and Spotify collaborating strategic marketing campaigns. 24 announced expansion of the strategic partnership through which Spotify will amplify music discovery and social interaction and enhance fan experience. I need a cough drop. My mouth is like, not my mouth, my throat is like dry. Cross-platform for UMG's family of artists, songwriters based on UMG's financial reporting. Spotify paid UMG around $2.28 billion in 2023, which amounted to 90% of UMG's total revenues in 2023. Okay, I'm just streaming again. It's just a lot of background. I'm sorry. Look. Some law stuff, all right? It gets boring sometimes. It ain't all spicy. Streaming is essential to UMG's current bottom line and the future business strategy. And reported the girl letter UMG noticed 29%. I'm trying to like mumble my way through the non-important stuff. Continue to form a shift to streaming, monetization, streaming. Streaming sucks for artists, but it's great for these dum-dums, I guess. 2024, UMG did not rely on chance or ordinary business practices. Oh, okay, here we go. In 2024, UMG did not rely on chance or even ordinary business practices to break through the noise on Spotify, and likely other music platforms. It instead launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with a song not like us in order to make that song go viral, including by using bots and pay-to-play agreements. Okay, so here's where we get number 5. And my whole thing, and again, I read this already, so I want to just give you my opinion before we continue. My whole thing with this is, if Drake does feel like there's some foul play here in the promotion of Not Like Us, and I'm not talking about bots, I'm talking about the other thing, because I think a bots played, if it was a part of it, it was a small part, because the song is huge. The song is genuinely gigantic. But because even in this, and I feel like people are overlooking everything else that's being said. One, because they don't read, but then also because they just are Kendrick nut huggers, and I love Kendrick. That's my second favorite rapper of the 2010s. But they are Kendrick nut huggers. I'm not a nut hugger. I'm a grown man. So, with my Superman shape. but what was I saying? Anyway, they're overlooking the other valid things that we're going to get into and just looking at the bot things. I think what they're stating in this lawsuit, is that the bots just made the numbers look bigger to make it look more popular, to boost it, which I understand. That is a real tactic. That is a real thing. But if I'm Drake and I see a streaming service promote a song that is dissing me, and they're doing illegal tactics to push this song, I don't want to see the song succeed. The song is calling me bad things. So you've heard the song before. It's calling me bad things. It's calling me horrible, making horrible allegations against me. Whether they're true or not, I don't know. It's one thing if Kendrick drops it, and that's why I think that Kendrick isn't the target of this lawsuit, essentially. Like, I mean, it probably could for defamation, but I mean, Drake also dropped his songs too. So, I mean, it's only so much you can, do there. But the streaming service promoting it, the UMG, not streaming service, I guess streaming service and the distributor promoting it illegally, I would probably want to get at them too. Like, it's okay if me and Kendrick go outside and run this fade real quick, but you're not about to start jumping me, like that's like my thing on it is stay, do it clean, like promote this clean. It's a clean, fair fight. It's like if the ref was in on the fight. It's like I'm fighting somebody and boxing somebody, and then the ref, trips me while I'm fighting. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, now I'm gonna have an issue with the ref, and then after the fight, judges said I lost or whatever, and then after the fight, I'm probably still gonna sue the ref. It has nothing to do with the person I fought. I mean, that they beat me up, sure, cool. But yeah, I disagree. I don't think Drake got beat up in this battle. He performed very well. But analogy. I'm still gonna sue the ref. And this what it feels like. It happens in boxing all the time, actually. Well, not all the time, but occasionally, if there's a funky scoring or something like that, fighters will dispute it. Fighters will, which is fine. Like, this has no effect on the actual beef to me personally. This is between Drake and UMG. This doesn't change my perspective on the beef. It doesn't change on who I think won or what I think. No, it's just a separate thing, in my opinion. It's for me, like my feeling, I separate the two things. And if UMG are doing these dirty tactics, they need to get exposed and they need to get sued. They need to get, like, this is the horrible. Like, if people are clouded by this whole Drake Kendrick thing, to not see that if this is actually happening, they're manipulating you. And this isn't, if it's true, it's not just with Kendrick. It's with a bunch of artists. You think it just stops here? You think it's just this one thing? Like, no, Drake is just only suing because this song is directly affecting him. Obviously, he's not suing if Lil Nas X got his numbers boosted, because he can't, because it has no direct effect on him. This song obviously is degrading him. It's making crazy accusations. So he can probably justifiably sue. I can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. Again, he's not suing Kendrick, which we'll get to. Let's keep going. UMG released Not Like Us, or the song. I don't understand that. Or the song. Yeah, we know it's the song. I don't know. On May 4th, May the 4th be with you. 2024, pursuant a contract, UMG, via its division Interscope Records, has exclusive control of the licensing of the song. On information and belief, UMG charged Spotify licensing rates 30. Okay, this is crazy too. Again, people focusing on the bots. It's not just the bots. It's the manipulative tactics they use to boost this song's numbers, allegedly. And manipulate you into, one, seeing the song more, hearing the song more constantly, but then also thinking the song is bigger than it actually is, allegedly. I don't know if this is true or not. Let's see how the lawsuit goes. On information and belief, UMG charged Spotify licensing rates 30% lower than its usual licensing rates for Not Like Us. Not like, already, this is foul business. in exchange for Spotify affirmatively recommending the song to users who are searching for other unrelated songs and artists. Now, take away Kendrick and Drake for a minute. Take away rap beef. Take away all this. Look at this objectively. If you found out Spotify and UMG, a major label distributor and one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world, was having illegal business practices like this, cheating the system like this, making an exception for one song, for one artist like this, as an artist, how can you not feel like, well, that's BS? Like, what what about my music? What about the millions of other artists? Like, obviously Spotify is they're licensing it for 30% lower. That's a discount. They're getting a discount on a major song. Now they're like, oh, I'm obviously going to promote this more because I'm getting it for cheaper. So that's BS for other artists, right? Okay, that's just as an artist. Now imagine you're the artist Drake, and that specific song we're talking about is calling you up, over and over and over again. How do you feel about that? Like, that's something you actually have to think about before you just continue going, oh, it's Drake's soft. He might be. This might just all be him being soft. I don't know. But I just feel like this is a little valid. All right. If this is what's going on. Like an exchange. Oh, and then we didn't even get to the second part. In exchange for Spotify affirmatively recommending the song to users who are searching for other unrelated songs and artists. I remember, and they get into it here. If you remember, there were videos going around of like people asking their phones to search up Drake, and then Not Like Us would come up. Again, one, if I'm just another artist and I have a search engine designed to, anytime somebody looks up my name, another artist comes up, I'd be a little upset, right? If I'm trying to grow my brand, why do I have headphones on? If I'm trying to grow my brand, grow my business, grow everything, well, not even grow it, even maintain it. I want my artists to go, or I want my fans to find me and find my music. And instead, they're finding somebody else's music by design. It's one thing if it's on accident. By design, would you be mad? Yes, you would be mad. If you wouldn't be mad, you're probably not an artist. You probably never made music before. You probably don't care about that type of stuff. You would be mad. It's like somebody else getting credit for the work you did, pretty much. It's almost like the same thing. Like, I put enough work in for somebody to look up my name, to try to hear new music, and instead they're finding somebody else. They're getting distracted, then they completely forgot about me, and now they're 3 months later. It's 3 months until they think about me again and want to listen to my music again. Now, again, that was just from an artist's perspective. Let's go to Drake's perspective. This specific song is calling me X, Y, and Z. And it's just being recommended for no reason. People would say, search up Drake. So they would search me up, and instead they would get a song that's calling me up. To me, by design, that feels like defamation. That feels like UMG is trying to take me down, trying to hurt me, hurt my brand, hurt everything. It's hard to disagree with that. Whether you like Drake or not, you would be unreasonable and an idiot kind of to disagree with that. If they are intentionally promoting a song. I need tissue. What am I doing? I'm sitting here using my shirt. And my nose isn't running, but it's like super itchy, and I feel like, is that a dog? Jesus Christ. This dog. RIP my dog, man. Anyway, let's keep going. It was, where was that? Neither UMG nor Spotify disclosed that Spotify had received compensation of any kind in exchange for recommending the song. On information and belief, Spotify pays UMG licensing fees through the wires or mails. Through the mails. The language is through the wire. Feel me? UMG directly or through Interscope also conspired with and paid currently unknown parties to use bots to artificially inflate the spread of Not Like Us and deceive consumers into believing the song was more popular than it was in reality. Bots are software programs designed And this is the one people are stuck on the most, which I think is a minute aspect of this lawsuit, but continue. Bots are software programs designed to mimic human behavior to appear to be real social media accounts. One individual unknown to, and this is where it gets a little tricky, because a lot of this, because I know these stories and I've heard this is on DJ Academic's platform, I believe, the incident they're talking about. Who are these guys? Like, are these actual even real people? Are these just trolls on the internet? Like, that's where I think they're gonna lose. They might just lose this lawsuit, because some of the accusations they're making, I don't think they're founded on much. But at the same time, I feel like Drake would have strong enough lawyers to where like they would check this stuff and verify this stuff before they just win at UMG. Anyway, one individual unknown to the petitioner revealed publicly on a popular podcast that was DJ Academics that Mr. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth's label, i.e. Interscope. I wonder why they didn't name DJ Academics podcast, because they named NFR later. It's interesting. i.e. Interscope paid him via third parties to use bots to achieve 30 million streams on Spotify in the first days of the release of Not Like Us, with the goal of jumpstarting the song's spread and turning it into a crazy hit on the platform. The whistleblower described Spotify as the easiest platform to bot because it does not, like other streaming platforms, have certain security measures when it comes to bot protection. The whistleblower further revealed that on May 6, 2024, the individual affiliated with Interscope sent him a payment of $2,500, which is, I feel like they should be sending him a lot more for whatever. But yeah, I remember hearing that too. $2,500 via the digital payment platform Zelle, which is owned by a number of banks, and that I wonder the significance of this statement, which is owned by a number of banks, and that he was promised another $2,500 and a percentage of the song's total sales for his initial push. Oh, okay. So he was offered like a point or whatever. Interesting. On information and belief. Okay. So did he not get that? And because he's talking about things he was promised, I feel like if he had evidence of the percentage or that was substantiated anyway, there'd be some trouble. So like, why did he come out? Like, if you offer me to do something for a song, like they come to me and be like, hey, can you make a video about this song, yada yada yada, we're trying to boost it, we'll give you $2,500, then we'll give you another $2,500, and then we'll give you a point on the thing. And obviously it seems a little shady, and for whatever reason, if not shady, but like, if they ask me to do a video on a song, I'm not gonna, that's not shady, I guess. It's not like crazy, but like, I mean, like, obviously if they're trying to boost their sales, hey, can you do this, we're trying to boost the sales, whatever. It's gonna, like, why would I come out and like be a whistleblower? Like, hey guys, guess what they did? No, I'm gonna get my point. I'm gonna get my percentage. Then I'm gonna tell you. Then I'm gonna tell you what's going on. I blew the bag, bruh. On information and belief, UMG hired other unknown third parties to use bots to promote Not Like Us, and also to inflate the streams of the Not Like Us music video. Yeah, what is this about? First of all, the video, it's like it's not a real video, which UMG first published July 4th, 2024. UMG appears to have Susan. How long is this? God damn. We might not read this whole thing, boys. I have life to get to. On information and belief, UMG hired other unknown third parties to use bots to promote Not Like Us and also inflate the streams of the Not Like Us music videos. Yeah, I already read that. I almost read it again. Jeez, can you tell I just woke up? UMG appears to have used similar tactics with other streaming services. On information believe UMG paid and improved amounts to Apple Inc. to have its voice activated digital assistant. I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna start making my phone freak out or my computer, you know what I'm saying, purposely misdirect users to Not Like Us. Again, same issue up there, which contains allegation against Drake. UMG engaged in similar, here's another big issue. UMG engaged in similar pay-to-play schemes to increase the airplay of Not Like Us on the radio. Petitioner has obtained information from a third party indicating that at least one UMG employee made payments to an independent radio promoter serving as an intermediary, who had agreed to transfer those payments to certain radio stations radio stations and or radio station employees. These radio stations subsequently played or caused to be played, not like us, without disclosing that they had been paid to do so. This practice, known as payola, is prohibited by the Communications Act of 1934, C 47 USC squiggly 317508, and has been subject to regulatory scrutiny by a number of executive agencies. In 2006, UMG agreed to pay $12 million in a, I grabbed something that was not my mouth, settlement with the New York Attorney General following an investigation involving accusations that UMG executives had used a broad array of pay-to-play tactics to secure radio airplay for music. Okay, so this changes what I read the first time, because I read it the first time. I don't know if I just glanced over it, but I read this and thought UMG was found guilty of these pay-to-play things. No, it was a settlement. Just because somebody settles does not mean they're guilty. A settlement just means, hey, I'm tired. I cannot pay this court stuff anymore. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to get, it could mean I don't want to get found guilty. Could mean a lot of things. Here's some money. Leave me the F alone. This happens all the time. So that, okay, could mean that they were doing it and they are guilty and they were just like, hey, shut up, take this money, leave us alone. Or it could mean, hey, this court process is going to cost a lot of money. It's going to cost a lot of time, which is money. Just get out of my, if you take this cash, do you want this cash? Good, leave me alone. That it could mean that too. That happens all the time. Celebrities get falsely accused of things all the time. Just because they settle does not mean they were guilty. Adrian Broner, famous boxer, also kind of gets in a lot of drama and stuff like that. He was talking about on Vlad TV, he got falsely accused of something, and he's talking about like, bro, I just settle people all the time, and like people will take advantage of that because they know you'll settle, and they'll accuse you of something, and then just like he basically saying he was falsely accused of something, and he just settled because it would cost so much more to fight the lawsuit than it would have just, hey, you want a freaking $100 in a cookie, you know, for you to leave me alone. So yeah, so you gotta be careful with stuff like that. Don't look at something for both sides. Like, don't look at a settlement and think, oh, they must be guilty because they settled, then, you know, in court. There are incidences where obviously people are guilty and they settle to, you know, probably cover things up. There's one that I'm thinking of, the Riddler, but with a D. He settled with Cassie, I believe, in some big lawsuit. And a lot of people were saying, well, if she really was abused and all this stuff, then why would she settle? Well, now we've seen the video, we've seen all this evidence come out. So to substantiate her claims. Which is sick. Sorry, I'm got in my head thinking about that. Jesus Christ. What was I saying? But at the same time, so it can mean, basically it can mean that, hey, I'm hiding stuff. It also can mean, no, just, you know, I'm not hiding anything. I'm not guilty, but I don't want to pay all this money to go through with this lawsuit and fight against you. And, you know, because you can people will drag on lawsuits for a long time. And that obviously money, you got to pay lawyers and stuff like that. It's not worth it sometimes. So be careful when you see the word settlement. Settlement with the New York Attorney General following an investigation involving accusations that UMG executives had to use a broad array of pay-to-play tactics to secure radio airplay for music. In connection with UMG settlement, then New York Attorney General Elliot Spitzer explained, consumers have a right to not... Oh my God, I'm trying to not sneeze and read it. Consumers have a right not to be misled about the way in which music they hear on the radio is selected. He continued to say pay-to-play makes a mockery of claims that only the best or most popular music is broadcast. Oh, that was never the case. Oh no. Well, yeah, again, it's perception. I mean, pay-to-play, and people will say like, well, it's super popular and that's why it's on the radio and yada yada yada. Or you know, but like when it's played on the radio, it makes you perceive the song as more popular, and then that really will affect how much you listen to it, how much you promote it. If I'm hearing it on the radio all the time, oh, people want to hear this, I request it when I'm out at the party, when I'm gonna play it when I'm out this way, I'm gonna play it for somebody else because it's popular and people like it. And maybe if you're watching this, you're more balls deep into the music thing than the average Joe, but The average Joe the average Joe doesn't know this is happening. The average Joe isn't watching this. The average Joe does not care about this. The average Joe just hears what he hears on the radio. And he's like, oh, I heard this on the radio a lot. This must be super popular. And he's going to continue listening to it on his phone. He's going to continue, he's going to put it in his playlist. He's going to, you know what I mean? Like, they're the ones with the rap caviar playlist. The average Joe is listening to the average NPC stuff. Not like us, because it's so popular, has become average NPC stuff. They don't even know what the beef's about. They didn't listen. You go to the video, it has substantially more views than any of the Drake songs in the battle. They didn't watch the battle. They didn't care about the battle. They're just here listening to the song. As opposed to me and you, who more than likely, we both listen to every single song in the battle because we care about the battle more than likely. I'm assuming you do. We care about the battle in general, not just this song. So... Which is another thing. It's like, bro, I don't talk to me about this battle. Don't tell me, oh, Drake got smoked, Drake this, Drake that. When 99.9% of you didn't even, not you, because if you're watching this, you're more than likely to, you obviously care more than the average person. 99.9% of people didn't even listen to the Drake records. You know what I mean? So if you didn't, or you didn't listen fairly, then I don't care about your opinion about the battle, period. If you did, then we can talk, who you think won, who you liked in the battle and that type of stuff. But other than that, eat a dingus. While historically payola has been thought of in terms of paying radio stations to play songs, February 2020, the Federal Trade Commission released a guidance stating that by paying an influencer to pretend that their endorsement or review is untainted by a financial relationship, this is illegal payola. I didn't know this. I must have missed this part when I read it the first time. I probably skipped over it once I saw this. Interesting. So that's considered payola now too. So any influencer. Interesting. And that's illegal. Interesting. Muy interesante. Because that's been happening a lot, actually. On information and belief that I know of. I mean, that I assume or have seen or rumors about, you know what I'm saying? To clear myself a little bit. Allegedly. It's the word I'm looking for. On information and belief, UMG employed a similar scheme by paying social media influencers to promote and endorse the song and video. Oh, so I guess that's why they put in quotes the song and the video. So when they talk about it later, I figured that's what it was. But never mind. For example, Petitioner understands that UMG paid the popular NFR podcast. That's the man, if they got paid, it's not looking good for them. Those guys, I don't know, they have questionable music takes, but they never seem like they were here to harm anybody, I guess. Very questionable music takes. But if they're getting paid, which is nearly 300,000 subscribers on YouTube and over 330,000 followers on X, to promote Not Like Us and its video without disclosing the payment, look, get the bag. That's my thing. The issue is it's a diss record. The issue is, like, if I'm Drake and you're taking bags to promote a song that's dissing me and calling me X, Y, and Z, I'm coming for you too. I'm coming for anybody that had anything to do with promoting this song. F you. Even but at the same time, because if it depends. Is Drake paying people to promote his song? Is his music? You know what I mean? Like, let's play fair. But if we're not going to play fair, we're not going to play nice. But at the same time, from an influencer standpoint, or not influencer standpoint, I'm not an influencer, whatever. That's not the word I was looking for. I would never want to be called an influencer. You got to be such a pretentious piece of trash to consider yourself an influencer. If you go in there, somebody's bio and you see influencer in there, you know how much of an ego you have to think of yourself as an influencer? First of all, nobody knows you. Nobody cares about you. You're not influencing anything. You're not Jesus. You get people to buy a makeup product every now and then. If that. You're not an influencer. Jesus Christ, bro. People's egos are so inflated because of social media. Everybody's just in their own bubble. Everybody thinks they're the most. They literally think the world revolves around them. You are influencing nobody. You're just an advertisement. All you did was say this makeup product's good. You should get it. I could do that. I could walk down the street. People, salesman. You're a salesman. Put salesman in your bio, not influencer. Jesus Christ. Like, what's the difference? Except you don't go outside. You don't knock on people's door. They make money. They sell a product. You make money. You sell a product. Allegedly. I mean, you look like you make the appearance that you sell a product. You're not an influencer. You idiot. Jesus Christ. All you did was say, oh, this song's good. You're not an influencer. I want to hear a good song. I don't care if you say it. What? Anyway. I hate influencers. They're so pretentious and garbage. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, from like perspective of like a person, I guess just even like a person. Somebody put to pay me $300,000 or not, whatever. Not this. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong numbers. Pay me money. Pay me money to promote a song. Let's just say if it was on here. All right. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta make money too. You know. So I'm not even too mad at them if that was the case, but the issue is I couldn't pretend like my opinion was just completely unbiased when I give my opinions on music and things like that. I would say if I'm able to, you know, I have had deals with, you know, Interscope, and I can't disclose exactly what they were in regards to Kendrick. You know, you have to disclose that information to your people. I wouldn't feel right just knowing I'm taking money. Okay, wait. Are they promoting Not Like Us in that they're tweeting about it, or are they promoting Not Like Us in that they're overreacting to it, intentionally reacting, you know, hype to the song, or acting like the song is bigger than it is, or, you know, saying, oh, you know what I mean? It depends on how they're promoting it too. So like, that's another thing. I don't think I would let anything change my opinion on anything or make me react differently than I normally would. Like, I couldn't do that for money. That's weird. That's some weird behavior. But if I already love the song or something like that, and they want to pay me to say I love the song, I mean, then okay. But all right, I was gonna say it anyway, but thanks. You know. So that's one thing. I don't know. I'm iffy on that, because like, from one standpoint, look, we got to get money. We got to get paid. All right, people got families to feed. But at the same time, it is a little grimy. Don't. And I wouldn't feel comfortable manipulating my audience potentially like that. If this is true, this is all alleged. Video without disclosing payment as part of the deal with UMG. Interview, published podcast episodes, tweets, and other content publicly about the song. And in a sea change. Did they ever address this? This is a huge claim that I haven't heard anybody address. Tweets and other content. Like, I haven't heard them address this at all. Like, they never denied it. I don't think. I didn't see it anyway. I also don't follow them too. Like I said, questionable music takes. I don't follow them. they're very much in Fantano land for me. They're just, you know, I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't hate the guys or anything. I don't know them personally. It could be cool people, but I disagree with a lot of the things they say musically. And in a sea change, I don't know what a sea change is. For UMG's internal policy, UMG removed the song's copyright restrictions on YouTube and Twitch, thereby whitelisting the song. So it's opposite of blacklisting. I'm assuming I never heard that term before. For the first time in UMG history, which further incentivized influencers to spread the song. Is that illegal though? Because I heard that before. Also, none of my videos, as far as those songs go, or that song goes, God, are they monetized? We're gonna find out. As you can see, by the way, all of my NBA, well, all my Kendrick Lamar videos in general get demonetized. All of my NBA YoungBoy videos get demonetized. I don't know what's up with him, but he don't like me. I don't think whatever distributor he uses really is not a fan of reactions. Like, so I have a lyric video. Oh, I have a ton of shorts from. Yeah, that's gonna be a F10. No, like, oh, it is on. Okay, sick. It was too late though. I mean, I wasn't being monetized back then, so could have had money in my pocket, but woe is me. Probably would have been like, fuck, don't cuss. Probably would have been like $2. What was this? 12,000 views. Yeah. And that's me playing the Not Like Us game. That was fun. I remember that. I should play that again. UMG scheme to ensure Not Like Us broke through Spotify and elsewhere work. Not Like Us broke Spotify records. I mean, to be fair, this is valid. They did do this, but is that illegal? You know what I mean? And again, if I'm an artist, one, can I, is UMG accessible enough, the higher ups accessible enough to ask them, hey, can you remove the copyrights on YouTube so influencers feel more comfortable reacting to me because I'm getting complaints, whatever. Would they say yes? Is that something you can do by request? Or are they making a special exception for the song? Because if I'm another artist, I'd probably be pissed if this is something I've been trying to do and Kendrick can just do it, because they want to promote the song. This is real. This is a real thing that happened. People were, I just showed you mine. That was my lyric video for it. That got that's monetized. So I would love my Euphoria video was monetized. That one has like 30,000, but whatever. UMG scheme to ensure Not Like Us broke through Spotify, yada 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 yada. Today, Not Like Us. Okay, all right. Maybe we'll get to the rest of this later. I got stuff to do, but yeah, there'll be a part. 40 minutes. I've been yapping for 40 minutes. All right, yeah. We'll continue this later.